Hey, what's up, Mr. Brandon? How are you? This hat is. Hey, um, is this sound? Can you still hear me good? Is the sound of my AC a little irritating? I've never done this with the AC going, so I just want to know. If it's obstructive to the sound, then I will turn it off. I'm good, thanks. Trying to come a little bit early, and before I get Mrs. Chinita back on. What you up to today? Are you just is this a chill out day or in the middle of doing something? Oh, that's good because the show is on. I should put it actually on cool, then see if you. It was on fan. Oh, maybe it was on cool that whole time. Right, Dan. True that. Are you doing yard work? Okay, cool, cool. Dan, what's going on with you? I don't have much of a meal today, but it's you can probably tell what it is by looking at it. It's really good though too. Y'all don't have to go away. Come on back, Miss Janita. We'll be here. I'm just here a little early. Trying to wait to see if enough people pop through, and then I'll have her on. So Dan, you're not gonna tell me what you up to? Okay. I should have had this on. Actually, I just turned it on now. I should have had it on all morning after. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. So, 2 people. I hope that we can entertain you 2 people. I just found out something that I was surprised about, and it'll be new for this show. Never had anyone do that before, so I'm excited to see how this goes. You won't be able to find out unless you tune in. Like, share, comment, sub. If you have to watch this twice or whatever you're gonna do, do it. It should be really cool, hopefully really cool. And I'm glad she could make it through this time. And what else? check out my playlists and all that good stuff. And it is 3 o'clock on the dot. Welcome to Chow With Chews. Thank you so much, you guys. Even though there are only two of you here for the replay, this is for the replay. I am going to invite my guests right now. Give me a minute. Talk amongst yourselves, the two of you. And I do see you right now. Shit. She should be joining us, you guys. Momentarily, here she is. Here she is. Mrs. Chinita. Yes, I can.
Hello.
Hello there, straight from her vehicle. It is Mrs.
Yeah.
Chinita, y'all.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
doing this a second time. Okay, you froze for a minute, but now you're back. So you're good.
Okay. Okay.
We get to see the long hair.
Well.
She in her whip.
Uh, um, yep. Got my little car seat back here.
Okay. And you
Yep.
said your husband has Josie or no? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Josie was taking a nap, and then we're kind of in between things on our schedule. So I said I'm doing this interview with Choose, and then he's taking Josie to his parents, and then we're gonna meet at his parents and
Okay.
spend some time there.
Okay, let me start out by saying this is not going to be like the last time. In fact, there may very well be more eating than anything else, but I don't know. So I love that you're doing this in your car as the first kind of car mukbang on this show. You know that I love those. I didn't ask you to do it. I love that you're doing it. So that part is different for the show, and the other part is just how this will go. I only have only two or three topics, and one is not so random, but the other two are. And then something else that I wanted to uh, introduce you to,
Okay.
but we'll talk about that. Let's talk about what you're eating.
Yeah, so I thought I'd do something fun. There's a really good Korean market by our house.
Mm,
So I got kimbap with some kimchi, and then I have some like traditional Korean cookies, like Pocky basically,
mm.
but it's called pepero. So I have those.
Oh.
So, and then I have this
Can
lychee
you
drink,
can you show that? What's that dish again called?
kimbap.
Oh, you okay? Every time you lean up, it freezes. Is what
Oh
is that? Is it sushi?
no, it's like a, it looks like a sushi roll, but it's a Korean snack. It's rolled like look. So it's rolled like sushi, but it's not sushi. It usually has like
Oh,
a, so you can't see that. No, you can't see that.
no, not really. It looks
This one,
rice like is there rice in it?
yeah, that's why it kind of is similar to sushi, like the sushi maki, the rolls, but it has usually like some pickled vegetables, fish cake. Sometimes it'll have like either
Oh,
spam or like bulgogi, like the beef, the marinated beef, and
mm,
sometimes kimchi too. So yeah, it's really good. The one difference I would say though between sushi and kimbap is that typically kimbap has um sesame oil on it, and you can smell, like you can taste and smell that, so it's very
yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. All right. Just hold off for 1 minute. Man, I'm gonna be real quick because all I made was sloppy joes.
Hey, that was good too.
Sloppy joes. I had like I did. You know the manwich sauce touts. It's thick and chunky, and it touts that they have. Uh, peppers in it, but I chop extra peppers and onions in mine because I like that texture. Do a little barbecue sauce, a little honey, and I've got mozzarella cheese that I kind of put on top of mine.
Ooh, that sounds good. I have
So,
not had a sloppy Joe in so long.
when I was making it, I thought, man, I should have told Leah like maybe in advance to see if she would make some so we could both have it. But I really don't like to do that. I wanted us to have different meals, but at any rate, let's put our food and do a thumbnail. Possibly, let's see, where
I'm
am I?
like, the lighting for me is bad, but
I can still see you though.
okay.
Let's try. Okay, perfect, perfect. I want you to taste your stuff and then let me know what you thinking, what you're tasting, and all that.
Mm, good. The first thing you
Don't
taste,
spit it
honestly,
out.
the first thing you taste, honestly, is just like the vegetables and this sesame oil and the
I
rice.
love sesame oil.
Me too.
Oh
I'm a
my
sucker for
goodness.
sesame oil.
Well, wait. You know what? This is so funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had some Chinese food recently, and that sucker went good on some mixed vegetables. I'm telling you.
Not that this is like pertinent to people's needing to know, but apparently now sesame is it moved up to like one of the leading allergens, and so now they're instructing parents to early on introduce their babies and their children to sesame oil, actually, because it's not a common thing that people do to avoid
Hmm.
allergens in the future. That's not interesting, but I thought I would add it.
That's okay. I didn't know it, so I'm gonna take a bite of this sloppy Joe, and it's got Miracle Whip on it too. So because everyone knows I love Miracle Whip.
Hmm. How is it?
Perfect,
Mm,
perfect. A little warm, but it's perfect. I got some lemonade.
that sounds refreshing.
So I'm gonna take another bite
Go ahead. This is
because
an
I'm
eating show, isn't it?
hmm
I'm
because
just over here.
it's my own assessment that there's a lot more chatting with chews than there is chowing with chews. So I want to make sure that we get enough chow in and then chat. So
I'm on board
now
with that.
let me ask you this. Um, your meal, you don't have to say how much it was, but is it pretty pricey?
Um, it depends on where you go. If you go to a restaurant, sometimes they'll increase the price to kimbap because it's a restaurant, you
Mhm.
know? So it can be, depending where, it can be like up to $14. But if you go to like a deli, like a Korean market, it
Mhm.
it is about like 7, 8, but it has a lot, and they usually give you like 10 pieces, 10 to 12 pieces in a roll in the actual, like, this is a big
Yeah,
thing.
that's a good enough amount for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but to make it, it's not that it's expensive, it's just time consuming.
Mm.
Because you have to, like I said, a lot of the one of the differences between I would say sushi and kimbap is that the vegetables in kimbap a lot of times are pickled. So you have to like do something with them beforehand besides just
Okay.
cutting them up raw. So,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Well, let
But
me
yeah,
know when you are ready to answer a question. That on this one, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on,
sure.
but I do want. I'm curious about your response, and because you're from Minnesota, and I hadn't really heard, what your take on the Derek Chauvin trial and the verdict, particularly. I was really curious to know what the mood or energy, two things, what the mood or energy was like after the verdict that you could assess, and what your own personal response maybe to the verdict or the mood in your hometown. Like what, because there might be two different things happening. There is the mood, that the energy you're feeling from people in your community, maybe,
Yeah.
and then there's your own internal sort of thing that you're dealing with.
I know you said you don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but so I'm going to be as concise as possible cuz that's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
big
whatever you
question.
need to do. Yeah, I know.
Um I
Take
would
whatever
say
time you need.
yeah, I would say the most the first reaction honestly, and I think people might be interested by this that don't live here, is just tired. All of us are just,
Mm.
a lot of us in our community, we're just tired. I mean, of course, many of us who were on the side of, um, standing with BIPOC communities, of course, we wanted justice. Of course, we wanted to see what we knew was to be true happen, right, in the court system. But you just never know. And like, it's almost like your whole body just is tensed up for a whole entire year. And you finally get this kind of affirmation that what you hoped would happen. And so, as much as you want to celebrate, you just feel tired, like relief, like, thank God we didn't have, like, people aren't going to riot today. Thank God we don't have to protest this injustice.
Well, when you say tired, you mean relief and not necessarily like. Well, I suppose people there were tired of a lot of stuff, but you mean just the exhaustion
Yeah.
of the intensity of the trial and everything else.
Yeah. Well, and then also Dante Wright happened like just the same time, right? So it's just been a lot. And personally, I just, I feel frustrated because things are still happening, right? Like, we still bring this stuff up and we still try to talk to people that want to listen, but at the end of the day, it's still happening, and we know it's going to take time. I know it's going to take time. It's not an overnight thing, and I think we're just hopeful, and we're just trying to focus on the good things as well as continuing the fight to, like, either inform or just do what we know is right and create boundaries for people who just aren't willing to learn or see, right? Like, open their eyes to see, because I don't even know if it's about education at this point. Sometimes it's just about, like, it's relearning behaviors and cultural lessons that people have learned that are both healthy and unhealthy, and trying to, like, show people that, like, this is causing me harm, like, this is causing our community harm, and I realize it's what you think you believe, but you're causing people harm. And I don't know if you care of that, but if it comes to a point where it's like, you know what, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, and I just need to separate from you.
People have to, people are not taught compassion. People have to learn compassion and they have to learn empathy.
Hmm.
Um, and if you don't have those, um, you it's what you're talking about is a moot point. If you're a
Hmm.
person that doesn't have any of that, there is no willingness to learn or even to look within yourself and be like, okay, what is it that I'm putting out here? This doesn't even have anything to do with being a cop or being
Mm-mm.
a person of any race. You could be a person of any race and be like, what is it that I'm doing? What am I putting out in the universe? And, why am I getting the same kind of jacked up responses from people? It, if your only reaction is to blame the other person, then we won't ever get to anything.
Yeah, that's 100% right. And I think what's really frustrating is you got a lot of people out here that aren't willing to look past their own experiences. The response of, "Well, I've never seen that happen," or like, "Well, all the times that I've done this, this is what I've seen." And it's like, I see you, I hear what you're saying, but also know unless you've experienced every single situation and scenario in life, please open your eyes to understand that maybe your experience isn't mine or isn't our neighbors or whoever. Like, you wear a different hat, you look a different way, and regardless of whether or not you want that to impact how people treat you, it does. And you
Yep.
can't change that for people, but what you
No.
can do is maybe listen. That
You
maybe
know
it's
what?
right.
Listen,
Just
that's
listen.
it. It is a simple thing, but we have a hard time listening to each other and separating. Okay, listen to this person because I don't live their life. I don't walk in their shoes. They are coming from a totally different, walk of life than me. Who am I to say that it doesn't happen or it doesn't happen as often? If they're telling you that it's happened to them, hear them out and listen to their experience. And maybe you can learn something from it and take it with you in case it does happen to you or someone else that you know.
Right.
It's real simple.
It
But
it it can be. It really can be. I think what isn't simple, however, is like I think we all take on cultural baggage and pain throughout our lives, and I don't think we necessarily realize it. Or like just again, cultural experiences. So maybe you didn't experience something, but you've heard about it because your family has talked about it or your grandpa talked about it, and now it's just that ingrained idea and belief. I think that's really hard to unlearn for people because then it invalidates who they feel like they are. And so at that point, they're like, who am I if I don't think that this is true? And I just think that's sad because I feel like you can be so much more. Like your life can be so much more if you just let go of those things. But I don't
it's
know.
like unlearning. The unlearning hasn't happened in some people. These people get
Mm.
into law enforcement. They get into all kinds of different jobs. You know,
Yeah.
retail, office jobs. Whatever the
Yeah.
case may be, they get into these jobs, and you slowly things begin to unravel, and you see if you listen to a person talk for a little while, you can hear some of their learned things, their learned traits. You can hear some of their maybe baggage. Um, and I think a lot of us, need to be in a place of where we have to unlearn things that we grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the world is a rapidly changing place, even to the point where, like I have a friend who has now he wants everyone to refer to him in male, nouns or
Pronouns.
pronouns or whatever. Yeah, pronouns. So that has to be learned, and it's my responsibility as his friend to now, talk to him, with him, about him in this way. So it's easy to do if you just open your mind to someone else's experience.
Yeah, and just practice saying, you know what? I was wrong. Thank you for showing me that I was wrong in
Yeah,
like a different way. I think people have a hard time saying that they're wrong or like
they
apologizing,
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I tell you, whenever I mess up or screw up something at the job, or I have a feeling that maybe I did something wrong and it might come down the pike, later on. I did it yesterday with a coworker. I said, look, I think I might have put the wrong items in another customer's box by accident. So if y'all get any kind of thing like within the coming week and you see my name, it was me. It was me. I have no problem doing it. It's so freeing, and it's I don't know. It just prepares a cushion for a fall. Like it shows people, you know what? I'm not perfect. I can make mistakes too.
Hmm.
You know? And I can say some shit that might be a little off color, like in the moment,
Yeah.
and then be like, you know what? That was kind of fucked up. You know what?
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Who of us have not done that though, right? Like we think
But
we're
people
being
don't.
fun.
But people don't look within. People don't.
I
You know what? It's my belief that people know what they're saying, and they know the intent with which they mean it. You know when you're trying to get under someone's skin. And,
Yeah.
if it was really below the belt, what people don't do is what you said. They don't take the time to step back and be like, you know what, that was a rough moment. I was in a mood, I was in a moment. I'm sorry about that. Especially like if they're friends of yours. Don't
Mm,
carry that with you. Don't
right.
carry that with you.
Yeah.
Hello,
I wa-
Gabrielle. I think you might be the only person in the chat. I'm not really sure, but hello.
Hi. I want to kind of, I don't know if we're done with that question, but I want to end it on one thing. And I think I've talked about Brene Brown before, but like she says this, there's a one quote that she talks about a lot. And she says, I'm not here to be right. I'm here to get it right. And I think that's what recognizing when you've done wrong or made an error or could have done better, I think that helps to identify that you prioritize getting it right over your own ego and being right.
Yeah, yeah. Life is the school of life is always in session, is what I say.
Sure, it sure is. Even
It,
if you're not ready for the lesson that day.
yeah, so true. Um, okay. You know what? Are you ready for those? Did you say you have cookies?
I do.
I'd like to see how they look at least.
Let me take a drink.
If you are watching, you guys, thank you for tuning in. We are here with Mrs. Chinita and Choose.
And we got cookies. So these are called
Uh,
pepero. Well,
Pepero.
I think people would also would more best define these as Pocky. It's like I would say the more commercialized name in the U.S. But pepero sticks, they're
Mm.
typically like dipped in a chocolate. These ones I got are, I think they're cookies and cream. So they have white chocolate and then like Oreo type pieces on them. Hold on, let me try to get this open.
Did you get those
So
from the same place?
yeah, can you see that? Sorry,
Yep.
is it freezing? Okay. And they're
I
just
probably
they're
had
like
those
good. Yeah, you might have had Pocky before. I feel like you've had Pocky on
and
your
didn't
channel.
realize it.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the Pocky brand is in like stores everywhere. This is a Korean brand though, so.
Oh, okay.
And like, if you didn't know, so I am adopted. I don't know a lot about Korea, but one of the things I do know is there's a day that's kind of like Valentine's Day in Korea. It's called Pepero Day, and
Hmm.
it's a holiday for couples, and um, they give these Pepero sticks.
Oh,
It's called
okay. I
Pepero
didn't
Day.
know.
Yeah, and it's like a sign of I don't of affection or love or I don't know. Like I said, I'm adopted. I don't know all of what that means. So,
Okay.
but
No, that's interesting. I do. Oh, I want you to try. What's the flavor of the lighter one? Is it?
this is cookies and cream. Cookies
Oh,
and
try
cream.
that one. That's like the kind of Oreo-ish type of one, right? Or
Mm.
oh,
Yeah,
you
and
don't like it?
no, I do. And the stick is not like sweet. It's not super. It's more like a. I would say it almost has the taste of like a rich cracker, but then it's much
Mm.
crunchier. And so you get like this salt, the non-sweet biscuit, and then the chocolate and the cookie.
Oh, I bet that's good.
Good. And this one's chocolate and almond.
Oh, wait, get that one down, and then I
Okay.
want you to say the other one. Hey, Jen K, what's up? Thank you for popping through.
Mmm. This is really good too.
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
I like
Oh,
chocolate and almonds though.
can I tell you something? I'm really embarrassed about this. I um I bought some dark chocolate covered almonds from Walgreens. I hadn't had those in a while. The bag is it's like this size. Girl, I matched that bag. I know I wasn't supposed to eat that whole bag. I tore those things up and I said, "Oh God, something's gonna happen to me."
Hey, almonds are good for heart health, so right?
I wasn't supposed to eat that whole bag, but it was too addictive. I was eating
Yeah.
two at a time, and before I knew it, them suckers were gone.
Well, I have one more for you. So I don't
Okay.
know if you've also seen there's like cream filled panda cookies a lot of times that you see. It's
Mm,
usually by the Pocky, but
okay.
I got again another Korean version of it. And oh my gosh, why can you see it?
I
Here,
see
let me
something
hold
with
up
a
a
heart.
cookie. Yeah, let me actually hold up a cookie. So they look like this. It's like a little biscuit. Why is
Okay.
the There we
Yeah,
go.
so I can see the biscuit shape. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like pretty thick. There's cream filling inside. So it's basically
Mm.
like
And what kind of
there's
cream is that filling?
chocolate.
Oh, okay.
But when I was little and I was adopted, I came with the strawberry ones. Oh no, they're not
Mm.
panda. They have like panda and then koala ones, I think. But they're good.
Nice. Okay. So we got some nice little car ambiance sounds and the packaging sounds, y'all. So this is a little bit different. It's kind of loosey goosey. We're just two friends, kind of eating, talking about our foods, or what used to be our food is now gone on my end. Ada Cruz saying, "Well, hey, what's up to the both of us? What's up, Miss Ada?" Leah, you keep freezing up. Like every movement, you freeze up. It's when you lean to that car. It's when you lean that you start freezing up. Like there. Oh, I can't hear you now. What you do? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Are you on are you using it through Google Chrome? Because you should be on Google Chrome. Oh, she's stepping out. Okay, she's stepping out. Ooh, she's gonna come back in. What is up, Miss Ada? Doing DoorDash. It's okay. I'm eating sloppy joes. Mm, she's coming again. Hold on. Can you hear me? Are you on Google Chrome? I'm going to try resending you the link. Let me see if I can do that for you. Let me see. Oh, wait, now I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
My husband called me. I'm so
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
so sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Um, Ada Cruz says, "Oh my God, I love when you do sloppy joes. I love the sounds of the meat texture. You probably won't hear this though, because it's not. I'm not wearing the mic that I usually wear, so you won't hear it. Okay. Um, you still there, Leah?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Mm. Oh, There's a change.org petition. I don't know if you read about this, that has over 2 million signatures, basically calling for $2,000 a month for stimulus for people until the pandemic completely ends. What do you think about that? I find it.
Yeah. At this point, I can recognize that there are people that need help, and if this is like, I don't, you're catching me off guard because I'm not aware of this petition, but I have seen quite a few messages about something like that happening.
Mm-hmm.
And we're kind of in a weird, I feel like in our society, we're in this weird like perpetual cycle of work bills, and there's not like anything else. And I feel like the pandemic has definitely like exacerbated people's ability to handle just regular life, and like some people really can't catch up, and I feel like this would help because we don't, I mean, honestly, I don't know when this is going to end. I don't know when it's going to
No
end.
one really does. No one really does. And I mean, I'm behind in my rent, not that much behind, but I am behind in my rent. And you know, the money did help, but I swear, with everything else that's going on, my like that last stimulus was gone within a week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it, people have been really struggling, honestly, since the pandemic. Well, actually, a lot of people really were struggling before the pandemic. And then
Thank you.
the pandemic hit, and it just stressed everybody out, not just financially, but, in other parts, in other ways as well. And I really think that um it's not that the problems weren't already there, because they were, but this kind of shed a light on just how bad it was, but this was supposed to be normal. Like, that was the normal way of living. Like, you go to work, you make kind of enough to cover bills, and then maybe you have enough for a little something extra, and that's it, right? And so, like,
Until until we got into this pandemic and everybody fucking realized, oh, this is how it actually feels to kind of be caught up, or to be, to actually pay a bill, and maybe even have a little cushion because I had a nice cushion for a minute.
mhm.
It was wonderful. But then everything started creeping up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, everything started creeping up for a lot of people. And what I think is the effed up thing about it, right? So they're allowing people to, basically saying you can't evict tenants from their residence, but so you're asking them, okay, so yes, you're allowing them to do that, and then have this kind of like um relief from having to pay their rent. But then basically what there's going to come a point where all of it's due, but they're gonna have to pay it all at once, and that's not logical. That doesn't make any sense. Like, if they're
no.
struggling for all these months, how are you going to expect all these people to try to reconcile all of these bills just like in 1 month or whatever they're thinking? I just don't see a plan that they have in place for that. So in the meantime, to kind of like mitigate that situation, maybe that would be a good scenario. I don't know.
Girl, I'm gonna tell you, it's I'm all right. It's gotten a little real right now, to the point where I haven't paid my, like, I have a separate like internet bill, and I was like, Lord, if this internet goes out on me, I wasn't gonna be able to do this with you. And I was like, well, I hope I'll be able to just text her and say, look, we're gonna have to cancel. It's gonna be my fault this time because I couldn't pay the bill. I have to keep my money for other shit. So, but yeah,
And I wouldn't
who
let
knows?
her. I mean, and that's the what I think again is the effed up thing, is that that's normal. And that shouldn't be the norm. Like, that
Yeah,
should not be normal,
yeah,
but
it is.
I'm government. I'm not making, bills pass and stuff. So what do I have to talk about?
Okay. I signed that petition. I don't know that okay, no one knows how long this is going to, how long it's going to take before it can all end. No one really knows that. Um, Even if they have to play with the amount, like
Mhm.
they don't maybe necessarily have to do 2,000 a month, maybe 1,000 a month would help people. Maybe 1,500 would help people. As long as people could know that at least until such time as that pandemic is over, that they had a little extra something,
Right.
that would help. That would help. You know.
Yeah. And I mean, really, if we're going to talk about like how long this is going to last, have you seen what's happening in India?
Oh,
Right. And so like if we continue
yeah,
like and they the discussion around who has a responsibility to help out developing nations when they're going through things like this, and it's like everyone, because it comes back
yeah,
around and it affects everyone else, especially when it comes to science, right? And so when we're
yeah,
dealing with this virus that we don't exactly know how it operates and how it evolves, but we've seen the number of variants that have come up from situations like India. It affects us too, because they were talking, like I think Fauci was talking about how, you know, the UK and the US have done actually a better job in recent times of trying to get vaccinations out and get things under control. But that is just a moot point if we allow India to just do whatever, have whatever's
yeah.
happening.
Exactly. I agree. I agree. Um, I'm going to move on
Yeah.
to something completely different, but keeping in mind that we only have 18 minutes, and I know you had something that you wanted to share,
Mhm.
but I want to ask you this very random question. Okay, do men really want companionship, or they just want somebody to cuff?
Wait, cuff as in, like, is that like an innuendo or cuff? Like, what?
Just have somebody around just like for the season. Like they usually say that when the weather
Oh,
starts getting warm, the cuffing season.
cuffing season.
Yeah. Do men really want and crave companionship the way that women do, or are they really just looking for somebody to cuff?
My opinion on this is it's not a gender thing. I think it's a person thing. I think because I think there are girls that don't want, like, there was a time when I didn't want companionship. I just wanted, it just would be nice to not be alone in certain times, but like there was a time when I didn't want or was ready for companionship. And I think that the same goes for guys. For men, I think there are times when they just want someone to cuff, and then when it gets warm again, they're like, oh, it's not you, it's me. I have things to
You
do.
know what, Mrs. Trinita, you look like the type that you like. No, you want some companionship because you want somebody to pamper you and treat you like a queen.
Actually, funny that you get that vibe from me. I'm not. I don't want to be treated like not really. I want. I know. Is that weird? Like I don't like it when my husband buys me stuff, because I'm always the person who's like, we have bills to pay. We like don't buy flowers for me. I don't need you to do it. Just give me my space. Listen to me when I need you to listen to me, and that's what I need. I need you to
Oh
like
damn!
partner. That's all I want.
Well, give him my number.
He's taken.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, I had you kind of figured wrong. No, not really. I could see where I don't know that I really. I don't know that I picked up on seeing like this independent side
Yeah.
of you, um, particularly within the context of a relationship. But I hear a lot of people, and I don't know if this is, it's probably not just a pandemic thing, but I'm hearing a lot of people the importance of space.
Hmm.
Is that just within the past pandemic year, or is that a big thing?
I don't know. Maybe I just was unaware. It's been something for me since I was young. I've always been kind of like a person who likes isolation, because I'm an introvert. I'm a ambivert. Ambivert, I think it is.
Not another word we have to learn, Mrs. Janita. Come on now.
It's where you're both. You're an extrovert and an introvert. I'm more heavily an introvert. So I re-energize by being by myself, but I still like to be around people during
Mm-hmm.
certain times. But like I need my space. You know, there's some times where I'm like, I just like what I need from you is just leave me alone. That's it. And not because I don't love you, not because I don't want to be around you, but because I want to be around just me. And that's it.
Does he feel the same way?
He at first no, but finally when I got him to realize it wasn't personal, it had nothing to do with my level of love for him. He understood that it made me happy and it made me a better partner. And so
Mm-hmm.
in that sense, he was like, that makes sense to me. And then he kind of started to see maybe I too would benefit from some personal me time.
He saw that in himself.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you don't get twisted up when he say, I really kind of need my space right now.
No, I think it's healthy. Like for him to
Okay.
be able to tell me that, it shows that he's telling me what his boundary is. He needs some space. It's not personal, but he loves me enough to say, "I will be a better partner for you if I have some space right now."
I think if you're following me in every room that I go into, that's a problem. But otherwise, I don't mind a little slap and tickle on the couch like that. That
Well,
part, I'm cool with that.
yeah, me too. I mean, I don't think that's what space means. For me, it's like if there's a moment where I just have a lot going on and I need to decompress to the point where I know I'll get irritated if you try to cuddle at this point, and it's not because I don't like cuddling with you. It's because I have so much going on.
I want my space invaded.
You, that needs to be your profile.
Probably. Oh, wait a minute. DJ ASMR is saying something. He's like, yo, the IRS is losing it. They finally sent me my stimulus. And after I got it, IRS sent me a notice and said I owe them $1,600. Ooh, sorry
That
about that, man. Yeah. You gonna be on the phone with them for a minute. See if
if you
don't
can,
know what's going on. What were you gonna say?
if you can get a hold of them.
That's true. I actually have to call them because I had mentioned this in a video. I think I handled the unemployment thing wrong. How you can, how they are waiving $10,200 from your unemployment payments or whatever. Um, I was told by a coworker to do the deduction myself. So what I did was took the amount that I was paid of when I was on unemployment and deducted 10,200 from that, and I input that reduced amount when I was filing my taxes. And then I read somewhere on the IRS website that they actually want you to put the whole amount in. I didn't do
Oh,
that. So I've already got my little funky refund, which, wonderful, 100 and what, 50 something dollars. But I think I need to call them and let them know what I did to see if I did it right. Because if I have more coming to me, I would like it. So
yeah. Who wouldn't?
yeah, we'll see about that next time. Okay, this kind of I think you covered everything. I had some other questions regarding men and women. I think the other question I have is, do men need the kind of TLC that I feel like women require? But I think I might be having my mental kind of wrong on women. It's not, I shouldn't be generalizing, I guess. I guess I've been putting women in a box where they are creatures that need uh, to be doted on, to have that TLC. I guess some women do, but I find more and more that it's kind of like what you're saying. Sometimes y'all just need y'all space because there's other stuff going on in here or whatever, or in life.
But it can be both, right? Because I need TLC. I mean, one of my love languages is quality time, which I know that probably sounds like, uh, I don't know, oxymoron now that I told you that I really enjoy my space. But I
Mhm.
also really like, I find connection in being around somebody and like physical touch, not like, that kind of, but like just cuddling, just having like a big hug or whatever. And I need that every now and then. And a lot of times it comes after the space. Like I need the space to clear my mind. And then when I'm good, it's like, okay, now I need TLC, you know? And my husband, he loves TLC. He is just a big cuddly bear. He just wants to
Oh,
be, he wants to spoon, you know, that's it. Like he just wants to cuddle and, all that stuff. So
that's a wonderful thing. We should all have a husband like, what's his name?
Juan,
Twan or Juan?
Juan,
Oh, okay, Juan.
and yep.
Okay. All right. So listen, there's 9 minutes left.
Mhm.
Would you like to share your news? I don't think I'm going to get to what I want to get to because what I want to get to, um, you're in a car and I did not expect you to be in a car, which means you're in the public. And if I got to what I want to get to, people are probably going to be watching you and you're not going to be participatory. I don't even know if that's a word, but
Wait, if it's, I mean, I don't care. People aren't really watching me. They're not
oh
around.
no, it's going to take a long time.
I don't know what that means. Yeah. So,
No, no. Well, you know what? We was gonna sing.
oh, you want to sing?
Oh, you and I was gonna sing.
What were we gonna sing?
Listen, here's what I know about you. I know that you want to be a star, and I'm gonna get you there. I'm gonna get you to that point because what we're gonna do. Here's what's gonna happen. One of these days, you're gonna be Ike, and I'm gonna be Tina, and we're gonna do Proud Mary.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna happen because you're gonna go to the training. I'm gonna train you to tap into all the experience you need to tap into to do Ike Turner, and then I'm gonna teach you on a live. We're gonna do the parts. It's gonna be one of these. It's gonna be one of these. So I didn't want to take the chance of you like being resistant to doing it in your car. So I was like, as soon as I seen you in the car, well, as soon as you told me you were gonna be in the car, I was like, oh shit. I had it in my head what was gonna happen. But it's gonna take a long time because you and I like to talk. But it's gonna take a minute because I gotta train you and to do his parts. And I don't what kind of rhythm you got?
Actually, yeah, I've been in music since I was in grade school. And
Oh,
don't you remember I met my husband Latin dancing. We went salsa dancing. That's one of our hobbies. We like to go Latin dancing, salsa dancing, bachata, cumbia, merengue.
girl, we finna do it then. You're gonna learn Ike Turner part and we're gonna do Proud Mary.
Okay. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to tap into my club, Mrs. Chinita. Back when I was like in my 20s.
No, no.
Oh,
I need you to no, you're gonna have to tap into the black experience. I need you to go back into the 50s where I turn What's up? Dolce Foodie is in the house.
oh hey. Hi,
What's
Dolce.
up, girl? And Padraig O'Barron, um, and some idiot, Cero Sounds. Let me delete him real quick, or him or her.
Uh-oh.
Block this fucker. Okay, there you go. Bye. Okay. So what did you want to share?
Yeah. So just kind of FYI, I don't really know what I'm gonna be on my own channel again. Um, we've just been having a lot of health problems with my dad and my mom, and
Hmm.
have this little side business going on with strawberries and everything, and it's kind of ramping up a little bit. And then I'm still going to school, and working full time, which I just got a promotion at my work, and so there's a lot of training that's involved, and it's going to be a little bit more responsibility. That was all
Mm.
to say that I don't know when I would be on my channel to talk about this, but we're having another baby.
Oh my God! Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know what? So when I was thinking of this, kind of going through what I just mentioned to you in my head, one of the things I was going to say to you was this. because I had you putting up a fight, like saying you couldn't sing and that you didn't want to do it, and blah blah blah. I said, you know what? I want you to focus more on what you can do and not what you can't do. Because what I know is this. Listen to this part. I said, within the next 8 to 10 years, you're gonna have two more kids.
Two?
So you got one more coming after this one that you
Oh,
have.
oh, do I?
Yeah. And then you're going to be in Las Vegas at some point within that 10-year period. And you're going to be on stage in a karaoke bar and you're going to do Ike Turner. It's all going to be because of me.
I'm gonna be like, this one goes out to Choose. Gave me the confidence to tap into.
To tap into the black male experience.
I don't know if you knew this, Choose, but I actually used to do High School Musicals in high school.
This is why I wanted you to do it. Isn't that something? I did not know that about you.
Yeah,
And this is why I wanted you to do it. This is kismet.
I love musicals. Yeah, I was in. We did The Wiz. We did Hello Dolly, and we did one more, but I can't remember what it was.
Wow. Okay, Tiffany Basic, I'm sorry. Hello to you. Dolce Foodie says, oh my God, I freaking knew it. Congratulations. Ada Cruz is like, oh my God, congratulations.
Thank you.
We all knew it. I didn't know it was going to happen so soon.
Oh, it. I didn't even know it. I'm just kidding. No, we were actually planning this.
Oh my God. Okay, so wow, Josie's going to have another little brother or sister.
I hope she's ready.
Now, let me ask you this. This is probably not a person it's probably not a question I should ask you, but if you have a boy, are you one of those women where that's it?
Yeah.
Really?
I just want one of each. My husband said, well, if we don't have a boy, if we have a girl, we could try again. I'm like, are you carrying it then?
I wonder how many people actually like do that. Like once they have the boy and the girl, done.
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. It's not even about having a boy and a girl. My thing is, I don't want a ton of kids. I also can't envision having just one or three. I just never really wanted an only child in our home. I mean, if we did, I would still be happy. Like, we love Josie. And if that was the only one for us to have, that would be also fulfilling. We feel like 2 is a good number. 3, 1 is always left out, right? Because you have like a triplet, right? 3 of them, and then usually 2 of them find something, with each other.
2 gang up on the 1.
Yeah. So we just don't really. And then I also don't think I want 4. So to me, 2 is a great number.
Okay. I love that. Well, congratulations again, and we are getting close to that time. Yeah. So I'm just going to say thank you once again for just being your fabulous self and for all the words and, the wit and the common sense and for doing this again with me. I appreciate it.
I love this. I think this is a great thing that you do, and I hope you keep doing it. And I have loved all the guests. They've been great. Every single one of them.
Thank you. I think one day I want to have like 2 guests on the show. I want to do
Dolce, Suave Boom.
Yeah, those are some bit. And Dolce Foodie, congratulations. She just recently got promoted. So it's like, I don't know. I think she said she's gonna put out a video soon, but everybody's busy with stuff. It's really difficult. So it's gotten to the point now where in 2 weeks' time I'm gonna have my cousin on.
Hey, you know what though? That's why you have family. You just, get them on the show.
Yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be fun. Ada Cruz said I had my boy and then my girl and I stopped. I would have had more, but I have difficult pregnancies.
Oh, you know what? That's a thing. Yeah, some people have really traumatic births and pregnancies, and it's a lot. It's a lot when it's not traumatic. So.
Yeah. Well, anyway, enjoy the rest of your evening,
Thank you.
Leah. Take care and kiss little Josie for me.
I will. Thanks.
Give her Juan my number.
I will.
I'll see you. Bye, girl.
Bye.
Oh my God. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed that, Mrs. Chinita. I did not know that was the news she was going to share. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you guys for popping through. I will see y'all next time. Oh, Jen says she have 5 kids. Oh, okay. Good luck on that, Jen. And I will see y'all soon. Okay. Bye.